Where were we? Okay, I have notes. This is why I do it. The next thing about lights is how long do you leave the lights on? Some people will say leave the lights on 24/7. And in the beginning, that's exactly what I did. I left the lights on all the time, all day, all night for probably 2 months. Yeah, 24/7 lighting totally works. It absolutely works. So why am I being so hesitant, and why am I talking about this and not saying just go ahead and do 24/7 lighting? There's a very good reason for that, Jason. Hi, Jimmy. If you are planning on moving your plants that have grown all their life inside to outside, well, then there's the trick. I just stepped on Jimmy, sorry. Your plants may be doing awesome and growing fast and strong by using the 24/7 method of lighting inside, but what happens when they go outside and they don't have that 24/7 lighting? Well, that's one of the things you need to start preparing your plants for. On the long road of preparing your plants, there are quite a few things you actually need to get them ready to do before you can actually plant them outside. The first thing is get them used to lighting conditions. So after about 2 months of growing my plants with 24/7 lighting, I decided to set my lights to 20 hours on, 4 hours off. So I bought a couple of these Wii remotes. Wemo. I bought a couple of these Wemos. And they are fantastic. They are super fast to get set up. They're super fast to use. And once you have one, you're gonna wanna buy them throughout the house. And that's exactly what we did. We have them throughout our house in every room. So like the fan on my bed kicks on at a certain time. The lights turn off at a certain time. My lizard's lights, they turn on and off at a certain time. Their heating pad turns off and on. Anyway, I absolutely love these Wemo things. They're absolutely gorgeous and they're cheap, they're affordable, and again, they're crazy easy to learn. All of the stuff I'm talking about today and every video is going to be linked down in the description. Just click on that link and it'll bring you to a separate webpage where I have listed all the items that I've bought and recommend for the whole process of the gardening. And these are things that I have bought, and I'm not gonna recommend anything on this list that I bought and ended up not using because I think that's stupid. So anything on this list is something that I've bought, I've used, and I have seen success out of that purchase. Link down in the description. These are Amazon affiliated links, so they don't cost anything extra to you, but it does give me a couple cents per purchase, which really helps us out, so I really appreciate that so much. That's it, that's the end of the advertisement. Let's get back to the video. So I set these up on the lights so that I didn't have to come down here every day. I'm still using them. So I set them up for 20 and 4, so 20 on, 4 off, and gradually I changed that from 18 on to 6 off. And this is more replicating the sun. Now granted, we don't have 6 hours without sun, but I still wanted them to have as much light as possible before I took them outside. Now this was kind of a surprise because at first they didn't grow as fast. They literally stopped growing fast, and it bothered the hell out of me. It was really scary. It was really infuriating that my plants that I was nurturing and babying and were growing so well, they stopped growing well, and that was a bummer. But I did notice that more plants started to grow and they just kept going. Instead of shooting up, they just continually got better. And eventually, and we'll get to this part later, eventually when you bring them outside, you can't just bring them outside right away. You have to leave them in a climate controlled environment. I think we left ours out in the garage for a week before we brought them outside, and everything online said do it for 2 weeks, but we were like, screw it, I'm excited. And that's where things usually go wrong, but we'll get to that later. So the timer made a huge difference. All right, and that brings us to the end. Thank you so much for joining us on our garden adventure. Make sure you like and subscribe because it makes me feel fuzzy inside. If you do have any questions, put them down in the comments. Now, while I don't know everything, I am always happy to help out where I can. So ask questions, I will help. And hopefully other people will be watching this video too, and they can answer your questions as well. Join us next time watching the main series, which is the real adventure, and then watching the 0.5 series, which is the explainer videos, because I didn't do a good enough job during the first taping. I had to do it again. Guys, thank you so much for joining us.